Dear Diary, tonight I welcomed everyone to the Chris Gethard Show. I have a really big crush on the greatest house band in the history of public access, the LLC. I also have a crush on internet liaison, Bethany Hall. Someday I hope to grow up and be just like the baddest mamma jam on the block, Shannon O'Neill. Oh man, after school I hope to meet up with Celeste, who's our very special guest. And also, Mike Kaplan. What a handsome fellow he is. And you know what? When I get in a fight with my parents, I'm just gonna go up in my bedroom and blast Modern Hut because they're playing tonight. Now let's give it up for my big brother, Chris Gethard.
Show, a place where I am the only one who gets made fun of most of the time. I want to say hi to everybody watching live on MNN, everybody who's watching live at thechrisgethardshow.com, and anybody who might be downloading this in the future. Very happy to be here. Are they really that bad, the socks?
They're a little high.
A little high?
Really high.
But isn't this whole place supposed to be like a safe place?
To tell you that your socks are
A safe place for people to tell me I have on shitty socks. Very excited to have a show tonight. This show should be an interesting one. I don't want to take up too much of our time up top. Here's what happened. A fan of our show, a young lady who's called in a bunch of times, sent me an email earlier in the week, or a Facebook message rather. She is a teenager. She is one of the many teenagers I have a Facebook relationship with. She sent me a message and she said she writes for HuffPost Teen and wanted to know if she could interview me. And she said she would take me out for coffee. I was wildly uncomfortable with the coffee idea, but she did say she was coming to the show anyway, so I said, why don't we do your interview live on the air? She wants to talk about teenage issues and comedy. So me and my buddy Mike Kaplan came out, all my friends from the regular cast, Mimi on the hoops, the kinetic wall builder of the show. We're all here to answer Celeste's question tonight because tonight TCGS is talking teens.
Hey everybody! This is TCGS. We're talking teens.
Woo! Is everything totally awesome when you're a teenager? Or is everything utterly horrible when you're a teenager? Let's talk about the ins and outs. Let's talk about the ups and downs. Celeste from Canada is in town, so let's talk about teenagers. Also comedy and also weirdness in general. Teenagers. And also comedy and also weirdness in general.
All right. So we'll get started in just a minute. Mike, how have you been? It's been a while since we've seen you on the show.
I have been great. Thank you for having me back.
Please, it's always a pleasure. You're one of the best stand-ups, and I mentioned this. You just released a record, and you asked me to do your record release show, which I was honored. And I mentioned you're one of the nicest stand-ups. Stand-ups not historically known as the nicest people.
And you know that's sort of when that's your credit. You want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Like coming to the stage, you've seen this guy. What shows has he been on? Doesn't matter. He took me out to lunch once, you know.
Oh, believe me, we are kindred spirits on that front. I also want to say hi. I was on my way into the studio tonight, and I met Kat and Tony from Portland, who are here on their honeymoon, and this is what they're doing on the last night of their honeymoon.
Wow.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. It's so nice of you. I'm so glad you're here. Kat and Tony. Banana Man. Yeah! Banana Man let out a big hubba at that one. And we'll be taking calls tonight, so if you have any questions about teen issues, I think all of us Shannon, do you feel qualified to talk about teen issues?
I was a teen once.
Yeah, and Murph, I know your teenage years is where your downward spiral began.
Yeah. Grew up fast, but I remember some of that.
Okay, Mike, how were your teenage years?
They're over.
That's good. That's good.
No, I had good summers, and then also the rest of the seasons.
So I think we've got a wide array of experts here. So Celeste, I know this is probably not the traditional way to conduct an interview.
No, I'm told it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, thank you for doing it. Oh, Tracksuit Enforcer finally fucking shows up. Fashionably late, rolling with a cat lady.
With a girl.
Rolling up with a girl who's a human cat, apparently. I'm glad the human fish is in here, because...
Tracksuit Enforcer!
Not only was he late, he was like kissing her right there.
Really?
He was like kissing her on the
Look
face
at
and like being
that,
all
some
cuddly.
smooching from Tracksuit Enforcer. Show's already sexy. So Celeste,
Bestiality.
Celeste, how are we gonna do this?
I don't know. I do write for Efforts Teen, so I do spend a lot of time discussing teens and what's good and bad and important for teens in general. So I guess we'll do that.
What's good and bad for teens?
I'm interviewing here, I
That's a fair point.
think.
That's a fair point. Yeah, take that authority,
Yeah,
Celeste.
thank
Take
you
it.
so much. I will.
Okay.
No, but I did want to talk to you. I did not expect to talk to everyone.
I will also say this. I let Celeste know this is the first time anyone's ever interviewed the whole cast.
Yes.
Ever.
It's like Barbara Walters.
Yeah, you were the Barbara Walters of the show.
I am. But yeah, I want to talk to you. I think first because I'm interested. I'm part of the teenage audience that watches this show and connects with it and like feels weird and welcome here.
Okay, that's good.
I also want to do it for the teen fans of the show.
Okay.
And for any HuffPost teen readers that might be reading this in the future, the transcribed highlights of this. I don't know what it's going to be like.
This will probably never be published, Celeste.
May I ask a question?
Of course, yeah.
Why, how can she ask a question?
Yeah, you yelled at Mike, but not Bethany.
She's really cute.
Okay. I find Mike very attractive, personally.
I'm real confident in myself.
What's up, Bethany?
How old are you? Because you seem more mature than all of us.
Thank you. I'm 18.
18?
I just turned 18, yeah.
Quality teen, okay.
Yes.
So 18, all right.
Yeah, so I'm getting out of these.
Let's get into
teenagers.
it, Celeste.
All right, I have a book here. It has questions in it.
Let's
It
get
has
to it.
notes. Yeah. So I want to know, first of all, what you guys were like as teenagers, and we briefly went over it. But if you could, in like maybe Twitter bio form, what your Twitter bio would have been as a teenager.
Well, I'll tell you, Celeste, I stayed busy all the time because I was scared to deal with real life. So I was the president of the debate club, I was in the marching band, the high school play, the Interact Club, the Panasonic science competition. I did everything. I never wanted to go home or slow down because then I'd have to deal with the actual reality that I wasn't such a fan of myself.
You started with like 2 things that like everybody knew what you were talking about, and then 2 other things that like I don't know what those meant.
Well, you know, I'm just trying to keep my head above water here, Celeste. Anybody else, Murph?
Yeah.
Twitter bio. Cigarettes, weed and liquor at 11, virginity at 13.
You became a virgin at 13?
I did.
Impressive.
I did. I was born again virgin at 13. And
Doing it since fetus.
stole a car with my cousin at 15. He took the heat for that one, so that was great. A lot of baseball, 16, 17.
Baseball. All right.
Took a turn.
I think we get a good sense.
Yeah.
Bethany, your teenage Twitter bio?
Oh, I did a lot of dancing.
Dancer.
That's all I did.
So you literally are still your teenage self. Okay. Shannon O'Neill, your Twitter teen bio.
Dressed like this. Played a lot of sports. Hung out with my mom a lot. And I liked it.
That
Okay.
was the other thing I did a lot. Not to interrupt. Hung out with my mom every
Hung out with
day.
Played. I already said played sports.
Yeah.
Basketball. Worked at a movie theater. Worked at a bookstore. Worked at Bob Evans. Killed a man.
You would put that in your Twitter bio? Yeah.
Mike Kaplan, your teen Twitter bio.
Killed a man with my mom. I mean, my most memorable experiences were at summer camp. I went to this arts summer camp in Connecticut called Bucks Rock. Several.
How many fucking people in here went to the same summer camp? Do you know all these guys?
I know a few of them.
Tracksuit Enforcer, you went there?
No, I'm just a supporter of Arts Summer Camp.
I am just a supporter of arts summer camps.
Is that where you find girls that paint on their face?
Actually, I found her at like a mix and match between my teen acting ensemble and her teen acting ensemble, so close enough.
Well, I'm glad you found her.
Wow, all right. The many layers of Tracksuit Enforcer. Well, we'll get to unwrap this. Anything else, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, then I spent the school year like eating lunch at my locker and thinking about summer camps. So, but eventually summer camp sort of seeped in to the rest of my life, and by senior year of high school and then college, I was fully extroverted and annoying. So it worked out pretty well. Eventually, I mean, I figured out that now I know everybody was afraid as well. That teens are not good at spotting fear in other people. They think that it's anger, so they also get afraid. So just everybody's walking around as teens afraid that everybody else is mad, but they're all just afraid of each other. So that was what I did, just be afraid.
Yeah. I was also scared the majority of the time.
Yeah.
You would have included that in your bio.
Yeah,
Just so people know.
it is accurate.
Yeah.
All right, next question, Celeste.
Well, that's good. It sounded like a lot of you like just had bases for like just like skipping to different parts of like your teenagehood, and there was like landmarks of like activities, which I feel a lot of teens can relate to. Like, and this might be that for some.
I would like to think so, Celeste.
Good. I'm glad we both think that.
Yeah.
Were you guys comedy fans when you were teens?
I was really into Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
But I was more into comic books and pro wrestling as a kid. Comedy came on in the second half of high school for me. I was really into comic books, and really into pro wrestling. So much.
Pro wrestling, I was
Who were your dudes?
I mean, the Macho Man, of course, is a.
That makes a lot of sense.
Is an incredible madman.
And the car thief, his cousin. Right?
Yes.
I enjoyed the $1 Million Man myself.
Ted DiBiase was, he was a son of a bitch. He was a great heel.
Oh yeah, and Jake the Snake, that was my dude.
I watched a lot of, I always watched SNL, watched Carson. I don't know if you know who Johnny Carson is. Watched a lot of Letterman. Watched a lot of Three's Company. Yeah, I was a big...
With your mom?
She did not like Three's Company. She did not. It's like kind of racy, a little bit racy. If like back then it was like a racy show. But my mom would. My mom, I hated the news. Like I hated when the 6 o'clock news came on because that's when there was repeats of like Three's Company and like all those things. So she would actually listen to the news on the radio in the kitchen and let me watch those shows.
Very kind, generous.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good mom.
It's a real good mom.
All right.
I'm gonna send her $5 tomorrow.
Celeste, the phones are blowing up. Is it okay with you if I take a couple phone calls?
Yeah.
Jacob in New York, welcome to the show. What are your questions for us about our teenage years?
I can't hear anything all of a sudden. That's bad, right?
Come on, Jacob.
Oh, no, I can hear you now. Sorry.
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 You got chastised.
Oh, sorry,
All right,
so sorry.
Jacob, what are your questions? We're talking about teenagers. You're a teenager yourself.
Yeah, I turned 16 like a month ago.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job. Well done.
Thank you.
So what's it like? How can we connect with you? What can I do to help shepherd you into manhood?
Oh, shit. I am very impatient as far as growing up, which I know is a bad thing because apparently it just gets harder, but I don't really know because it kind of sucks right now, too. So do I have to deal with that and get over it, or is there a way to set things up so I'll be happier in 10
Great
years
question.
than I am right now?
Great question.
Yeah, you should read books. You should work out and be in shape. you should, just make your mind and body as full as possible with what you have. Like, if there are people that you like, then hang out with them. If there aren't, then wait, and college will have them. Or not, then wait, and then go move somewhere else. And then if not, then you're alone. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think that's very true, Jacob. I think you say it sucks now, and is it better in 10 years? For some people, yeah. For me, it was better at 26 than it was at 16. But like for you, it might not be so. I would stop thinking 10 years in the future and just chill out and have fun now, man.
Yeah.
I think just like eat good food and watch good movies, and like you're probably just discovering your body. Have fun with that. Like have fun discovering your body, and like I don't know, right?
I like that you're like, it would be really creepy to have coffee with an 18-year-old, but I'll tell a 16-year-old to jerk off a lot.
It's true though. I think just have fun, man. I don't know, like what's fun about your life right now?
Yeah, what's new and good?
Well, I mean, it's almost summer for me. New York school system ends school very late in the year, like after the summer solstice. But I'm excited that I'm going to get to go to a lot of my shows now, so I guess that's a good thing.
What was that
I'm
end
seeing
part?
DOC's on Saturday.
You're what on Saturday?
DOC's, cool band from San Francisco.
I'm going to see you there, Jacob.
Messenger Bag's gonna be there. Go say hi to Messenger Bag.
Yeah, I will.
Hell yeah.
Messenger Bag, you're acting real cool right now.
I'm supposed to be here to this game.
That's true. Well, Jacob, enjoy the OCs.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah, enjoy it. Have fun. Don't worry about the future because it might suck, it might not. So just worry about right now, and also touch yourself. That's what we want. Let's go to David in California. David.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. How is everybody else?
I think we're having a good time so far.
He's right.
I like this episode.
Oh, that's good. So are you a teenager?
I'm 19, so I'm like on the way out.
So you're on the cusp. So tell us your issues as a still barely teen. What do you want to talk about tonight?
Right now, I'm trying to get a summer job, and that's horrifying, I guess.
Okay. Well, what kind of work are you looking for?
Basically anything that'll pay me. I applied for a job at Starbucks last night, and I just lied all over the application.
You did. You lied. What was the best lie that you told?
Well, the first question was, would you be interested in working at Starbucks?
Okay.
And you put no?
No, I put yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't want to work there, but I need a job.
What a dumb question.
Yeah, do they think someone just stumbled into a job?
I mean, that's how they catch people who did.
Yeah.
Murph, what was your worst job as a kid?
I worked at a telemarketing place. That was a very awful situation. It was just a front, really, for Joe Marenka, who was running money through his dress factory and this telemarketing place. So it ended up getting shut down eventually.
Murph,
It was
I
also
both
a
applaud
horrendous
and
job.
fear your insistence on naming actual names. Sounds like such a bad man to cross, based on the one thing I've heard about him.
He was an elder. He's probably dead now.
Anybody else opinions on David working at Starbucks? I think that will be a terrible experience.
But I think it will be an experience though.
Yeah.
Like that's something that any job I've had, even if it was terrible, I still have like something from it that's either funny or interesting, like a good story. It tells me what I did not want to do. It was like never do. I did telemarketing. I was like never again.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's good for anybody, any human beings, to work in the service industry, in food, because then you'll respect people when you're on the other side of things.
Yeah.
Like you won't be like, no, this cup, you're in line for 5 minutes and they're there for 3 years. It's. I worked at the Barnes & Noble cafe that served Starbucks coffee at Boston University. Everybody thought it was a Starbucks. They're like, can you use my Starbucks card? We're like, no. They're like, I can use my Barnes & Noble card? We're like, yeah. They're like, nah, that doesn't seem right. And here's a fun joke you can do. Like if anybody orders 2 of the same thing, like 2 medium coffees, you can be like, here's the medium coffee, and then here's the other medium coffee. That's a bit making them think that you ordered that too. So I don't know if it's fun. Or, okay, no, here's a fun one. Here, if you just say, if they order a large coffee and a small coffee, you put down the small one and say, that one's the small one. And then you put down the big one. And you guys don't, so anyway, I don't recommend working there, but have a good time.
Okay.
I think you can do better.
I want him to call back at the end of the summer with better
Hello?
Starbucks jokes.
David, yeah, keep us updated on your Starbucks journey. Yeah, what else did you want to say?
Oh, I was wondering, Chris, are you familiar with the Tumblr Chris Gethard striped shirts?
Yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. David, are you the guy behind that?
Yeah.
So David,
I was just wondering, does that like freak you out or anything?
It doesn't freak me out. David recently, for anybody who doesn't know this, which is almost everybody, a Tumblr popped up last week that I don't know if it started last week or if we just found it last week, called Chris Gethard striped shirts.tumblr.com, and it is just pictures of me wearing various striped shirts. Not just on this show, in various contexts. And I gotta tell you, David, I like it a lot. I just wish you used higher quality screen grabs. They're all very blurry.
It's the best I can do. I was hoping you could wear more striped shirts on the show because I'm running out of pictures.
David, you tell me what you need. I'm very, very happy to help you build a Tumblr that's about the fact that I often wear striped shirts.
Fans, start mailing in striped
right.
shirts.
Yeah.
Big ones,
Grab that
small ones, torn ones.
No,
Dirty
I
ones.
always wear horizontal stripes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Who's
if
got a
anyone
striped
wants to
shirt
send
right
me
now?
a striped shirt, David, I would go so far as to say this. I am willing to dedicate an entire, what would be very bad episode of this show to me just trying on various striped shirts. And standing, and what we'll do is I'll put on different striped shirts and you'll watch the show live and you'll be on the phone the whole time and you'll be like, cool, turn to your, so you can get the shots you need, and we'll blow out this Tumblr. We'll make it real epic.
Give you a year's
right.
worth of material.
But David, if you work as hard at Starbucks as you work on that weird fucking Tumblr, I think you'll really kill it at Starbucks.
All right.
But thank you for doing that.
All right, yeah, thank you for wearing striped shirts. The saddest thing about it is that I have had a Tumblr of my own for like 2 years, and I already have more followers on the striped shirts Tumblr, which means people find that more interesting than my life.
You're getting a round of sympathy applause from our studio audience.
Your life includes having created this other thing, so...
That's a true thing that young people should know, is sometimes like with me, I was always like, and no offense to my roommate digging into my past, but I'd be like, oh, girls only like me because I'm a comedian. And it's like, yeah, but that's a fucking thing that I do. Yeah. So don't fall into that trap. The cool shit you do is part of you. And the coolest thing you do, David, is publicly post pictures of my outfits.
He's the first guy to do that.
Yes, you are. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited about our musical guests tonight. They are off the great Don Giovanni Records. They are touring all summer long. So where should they go? DonGiovanniRecords.com for info on that? Sure. It'll be up there shortly, or if it's not there already. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Modern Hut!
Okay. This is Modern Hut. Okay. Life's been so mid-tempo these days that I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Maybe you could help me out, or you could just call me back so I'm not swimming in doubt. Yeah, there's sand in my stomach, and there's blood on my guts, and I spilled beer on my shirt, and now you're asking me what's up. And if this guitar could talk, I'd tell it to shut the fuck up. Lately you've been looking at me like I'm conducting electricity, and I know this is the kind of thing that crazy people say, but I swear the walls moved in a little closer today. Yeah, there's sand in my stomach, and there's blood on my guts, and I spilled beer on my shirt, and now you're asking me what's up. This guitar could talk, I'd tell it to shut the fuck up. I miss you when you miss my calls, and I'm beginning to think if you don't know me at all. And now the TV is starting to talk back at me about all of the reasons why I can't fall asleep. Yeah, there's sand in my stomach, and there's blood on my guts, and I spill beer on my shirt, and now you're asking me what's up. And if this guitar could talk, I'd tell it to shut the fuck up. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with more later.
Sorry.
Oh no, please. We're all uncomfortable. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That's good that you're okay. Enforcer, what's the deal? You're fucking making chit chat. We're trying to get the show started back up again.
Oh, he's forcing his way to the front. Enforcing his way to the front.
Enforcing his way to the front. So Celeste, it sounds to me like between our initial talks and a lot of the calls, it seems like a lot of teenagers in general want to know if they're going to be okay.
Yeah. I noticed that.
Seems to me like the answer is like maybe, but with a pretty decent percentage chance of yes.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to like the teen fans of the show and like the times they spend being fans of the show and like trying to be involved in this community.
Well, I really appreciate all the teen fans of the show because I think this show is built, in my mind, for me and my brother when we were teenagers. That's always the thing I thought of when building the show, was what show would my brother and I want to watch when we were teenagers in New Jersey, and it would be this show, which says some things about me and my brother.
You know, Kasek just was saying the same thing.
Oh, nice.
A lot of people that aren't teens anymore are saying how much they wish that they had this show,
that.
which is really fun.
Well, enjoy it while we still got it, because I'm really tired. It's fucking true, man. Messenger bag gets it.
Are you gonna take it down like from the internet so people can't watch any of it after?
Yeah, I don't even. That's barely a joke. We got some things to. We've actually. Oh God, there's like some issues. Anyway, Celeste.
I'm sorry, Celeste should be asking the questions.
Yeah, no, that's a behind the scenes thing that we're sorting out frantically. Celeste, so
I don't
what?
even know what he's talking about.
No, it's all good. Celeste, so what are the other?
I wrote down something you said.
Okay, yeah, I like
you once
that.
said that the show, I think you referred to the show as like a place to hang while they're there as teens, getting through feeling odd and like weirdos. What kind of effect? I don't know. What kind of effect have you noticed about teens, especially on the show? Or how,
what effect have I noticed that we've had?
Yeah, the way they've reached out to you.
Well, yeah, I get a lot of emails. I'll tell you that. I don't know if anybody else gets it. I get a lot of emails from people who say like, "Hey, thanks for making this thing. It's really nice." And then some people, I'll tell you, he's right here, Andres from Massachusetts. I'm glad I helped shepherd him into his manhood stage. But he once said something. I once heard him say something where he was like, he said, I was the only adult who listened to him during his teenage years. And that made me that really actually made me cry. Because I remember that feeling of like, no one wants to fucking hear what you have to say. But very often teenagers are the ones saying the coolest things.
Yeah.
So why not listen?
I mean, if we're still talking about Andres, I have a friend here.
Andres, just come sit up here.
Just
Andres from Massachusetts. Look at this fucking man. Hold on 1 second, come here. Taller than me. You're taller than me now. When we first met, you were a very, very angry boy, and now you're a man. No, you're not. This dude's been working the fucking room tonight, man. He's been the social center of this whole
That's
show.
what I was just about to say, is that I have a friend here, and she's never been to the show, and she met Andres recently. And she was noticing that he's very much in his element, very confident here, which was surprising.
Now, Andres, when you first started calling this show, you were like an angry kid. You couldn't get girls. You didn't know who to talk to. And now you're like fucking Don Juan of MNN.
I mean, come on. I'm just having fun. It's not like I'm fucking like, hey, what's up, everyone? I'm just like,
look at this fucking
That's
dude.
exactly what you're
Look
like.
at him. He's flashing them pearly whites, and he's charming the hell out of everybody.
Well, now he knows who to talk to. Well, this guy.
It's true. It's true. No, but I think that's nice that people get something out of it, because I think that, like I said, my brother and I, we were damaged young men, and I think this is a thing that would have helped. And look at this kid right here, man. He's the guy to talk to.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Are you feeling better?
junior year, this was like the year I was kind of like, hey, you know what? Instead of being pissed at everyone, I'm going to be happy and try to find what's good in everyone.
Hell yeah.
And
that's good. I think that's good.
That's what. That's the kind of. That's like the kind of year. I'm not gonna say it.
Say it! Shannon, if it's something even you're hesitating to say, this whole world wants to know.
Oh yeah.
Can't start and not finish, Shannon.
Whoa. Enforcer
When
just tried to tell
there's
Shannon
like
what to do.
like when you're like, oh, this year I'm gonna try and find the good in everyone. Usually the next year you become a school shooter.
Is that usually? You use the word usually.
Usually, not all the time, but usually you're a school shooter.
Find the good in everyone and just aim your gun right at it.
Yeah, it is. That's why the good die young.
The bullets are still in the air. It's too soon. It's not even
Hey,
over
you
yet.
know what? The bullets are always in the air.
Let's stop shooting, everybody.
Yeah,
That's the
bullshit.
problem, everybody. The bullets are always in the air.
You just wrote a blog post about that. It was on HuffPost. I saw it.
I do. I write a lot of blog posts.
Yeah, this one was a long one.
It was amazing.
You wrote
Yeah,
one
it
with
was
school
wonderful.
shooters?
So beautiful.
I did. I just talked about this whole thing of like these, like teenage guys, and I was one of these guys where it's like, you fucking angry and no one talks to me, and and they convince themselves that women are like the evil in the world and the problem, and it's like, no, they're definitely not. Like, and you are just so in your own world right now that maybe you should just fucking get out of your own way and stop thinking everybody's against you and just like fix what you can, which the only thing you can fix is yourself. And like,
yeah, you had like 2 rules. You were like, if you're sad, you're angry, that's fine, but. I don't remember the rules.
It's nobody owes you
one was that
anything.
one, yeah.
Nobody owes you anything, and nobody's out to get you. So just chill out. You'll be fine. But just work on yourself. And I kind of feel like too, like a lot of one main advice I would give to young male teenagers is the second you post on a message board about women hating, and the second you post on one of these message boards that's like women are the source of evil, you deserve the vagina-free life you just signed up for. That's what you deserve.
Yeah.
You do. Because it's not, nobody has it easy.
Would you say it'd benefit young males if they just explored their bodies more?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
I think that, there's too many young men who don't know how to masturbate enough, and
That's the real issue.
Men who are still barely teens.
yeah.
Listen, I don't know why I said that to the young men. It was,
Find the good, you know?
it was just instinctive. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just been pointed out to me, a special guest, an old character friend of the show is here. Zero Fucks Boyd, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some room for Zero Fucks. If you guys could hang on to Zero Fucks Boyd, so sorry about that. Zero Fucks Boyd, now you're being carried out here. You seem to be thrown. You're being placed on a number of our fans. What is going on, Zero Fucks Boyd?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
You do not know why this is happening to you.
Oh yeah.
Can we lower the mic a little?
Because I got tired of playing Game Boy with my mouth and decided to stop by.
Wait, why do you have to play Game Boy with your mouth? Why are you laying down?
You know that old saying, don't make a large number of cops with batons angry?
He's making more questions, not answers.
Wait, Zero Fucks Boyd, were you beaten and paralyzed by police?
Yes.
Wow, I had not heard about that. That explains why you haven't been here in a while. I'm so sorry.
I don't give a fuck.
Zero fucks. He gives 0 fucks.
I didn't know why it was called that.
Boyd gives 0 fucks about anything. Well, I'm glad that you're still in your usual spirits.
Oh, fuck it.
Well, what brings you out here tonight?
Well, I
Those
guess.
guys.
Physically. Hot dog in Orlando, mostly.
But I wanted you to meet somebody.
Okay. Okay.
This is Teresa, my girlfriend.
Wow, you have a girlfriend. Let's welcome Teresa, Zero Fucks Boyd's girlfriend. Okay. Teresa, so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Chris.
How are you doing tonight?
Good. I just came by to say hi, and I brought you this box of Barcelona cookies.
Oh, Barcelona cookies. Is this a
real thing?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's very nice of you. These are nice cookies. Thank you.
Please try one.
I would love to try one. Would anyone like one? Okay, Andres wants one. Does anybody else like a
Get
cookie?
out of here. No, you fuck.
Shannon and Enforcer are battling. Shannon and Tracksuit.
No,
Tracksuit
you guys
enforcer.
are on something.
These are like palmier, or what the hell's that called?
Yeah,
Would
these
you
are
like
good
one?
cookies,
I'm
Teresa.
okay right now. I'll pass
Chris,
it.
Yeah, Boyd, what's up?
ask Teresa how long ago she made those cookies.
Oh, you made these. How long ago did you make these?
8 years ago.
Yeah. You made these cookies
Shannon could tell.
Yeah, I
She
can
knew.
tell.
8 years ago. Okay, that's interesting.
I forgot to mention her full name is 8 years ago Teresa.
Your full name is 8 years ago, Teresa. Okay, that's interesting. So how? Should I just?
Well, not that I give a fuck what you talk about, but she's a school teacher. If you want to talk about that.
Oh. When did you start teaching?
8 years ago.
That's cool. That's cool. And,
Ask her when the last time she watched TV was.
when was the last time you watched TV?
8 years ago.
When's the last time you just answered a question that we asked?
8 years ago.
When's the last time you wiped your butt?
8 years ago.
When was the last time you had your roots done?
8 years ago.
What if somebody asks a question where the answer doesn't make sense if it's 8 years ago?
Enough of your wit. She doesn't give zero fucks, and that's what I like about her. Ask her to do a comedy bit.
What, to do a comedy bit?
Yes.
Okay, I hear. Boyd is telling me that I should ask you to do a comedy bit.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm Chris Farley!
Hey,
When did Chris Farley die?
96 or 97?
97.
When did you start working on that impression?
8 years ago.
So 2006 was pretty big for you.
8 years ago.
How about you can ask her when the last time she was in love?
Oh, wow. When was the last time you were in love?
Related.
Right now.
With who?
That makes us feel
I'm in
great.
love with Zero Fucks Boyd.
Wow. That is a heartwarming moment. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel real good.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Hey, Teresa,
Yes?
I don't give a fuck.
Even about love, zero fucks Boyd gives 0 fucks.
That's my name. Now get me the fuck out of here.
0 fucks Boyd, he wants to get the fuck out of here. Hot
This is
dog.
gonna be fun to watch because I saw them pick him up, put him down several times off camera.
Hot dog and banana man. Okay. Oh, whoa. Whoa.
Light as a
Almost
feather,
just.
stiff as a board.
Hot dog almost just. Okay, thank you, 0 fucks Boyd. Good seeing you. 8 years ago, Teresa, so nice to meet you. So Celeste, let's get back to it. Should we take more calls? You got more questions?
Yeah, I got some questions.
Let's do a couple questions, take a couple calls.
All right. Well, TCGS seems to be like a TV show that teens relate to and like can look towards. Were there any movies or TV shows that you went straight to when you were feeling weird, feeling
Great question.
Thank you.
What were our comfort food entertainments as teenagers? For me, Say Anything and The Warriors. I think if you combine those two movies, you have literally defined my personality today.
The Warriors, anything.
Yeah. A romantic who also has a lot of anger inside him and feels like he's fighting against the world. Yeah.
I watched Cloak and Dagger over and over again. Check it out. And a made-for-TV Hallmark movie called I think it was Pistol Pete. I think it was just called like the Legend of Pistol Pete.
It's awesome.
But it was
All
like
right.
it was like his. What did I like about it?
No, what did that entail?
The Pistol Pete story?
Yeah.
Well, it's just like the Pistol Pete was Pete Maravich was a basketball player.
He
but
was
kinda
running
like,
and gunning.
He was
Pistol
like
Pete Maravich, Celeste.
He was like a runt. He's kind of like a
last
runt,
breath.
like a runt when he was a kid, but he just like kept working hard. Would shoot in the rain
Yeah.
because he wanted it. He knew he wanted it, even though his
Montages.
father was like,
Yeah.
"You can't do this."
Okay.
And then he did it.
Pete Murph,
Yeah.
what was your?
A-team.
The A-team. That makes so much sense. Bethany.
I wasn't allowed to watch TV as a kid, so all of these conversations make very little sense to
Okay,
me.
no.
You just went and danced.
Mike Kaplan, what did you retreat into as a boy?
I watched tons of TV. I watched all the TV. I wasn't allowed to watch TV like more than a half hour a day up until I was in high school, and then I would watch from like 6 p.m. like Night Court and Roseanne and Cheers reruns all the way through like prime. I would like tape prime time and watch it after when nothing was on. And but then I feel like the things that really resonate with me, the things that I listened to, like I wore out a book on tape of Paul Reiser's Couplehood.
Yeah.
I took in as much Paul Reiser as possible. Didn't like Babyhood as much. I just got Familyhood, and these are all real books. But loved Paul Reiser. His was the first comedy special I ever saw, so I like watched that. I listened to his thing over and over again, listening to him talk about his love of his life that I'd never. I was 13 and I was like, when will I kiss a girl? I'm not getting married, and. But I love that. They Might Be Giants and Ani DeFranco. That's what I did.
Wow, good mix. Let's go to Justin in Texas. Justin, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Are you a teenager?
Yes, I am.
How old are we talking?
Justin sent me the
I'm
nicest
17
tweet
years old
today.
right now.
All these teens know each other.
Justin,
All right, so
he's such
Justin,
a
talk to us about
nice
teenagehood.
fella.
What are your questions, your thoughts? Let's get it going.
I was just going to say that Celeste is doing a great job.
Yeah, I think Celeste is doing great.
This guy's really nice to me. He's nice to me on
Justin.
Twitter.
Yeah.
Nice to me on the phones.
Nice on Twitter, nice
Very
on the
nice.
phones. That's what Celeste says about you, Justin.
Celeste is a big question for Justin.
Oh, I have a question for Andres.
Andres, stop causing
No one
trouble.
here.
Justin has a question for you, you fucking troublemaker. That's tough love right there. That's tough love right there. All right, Justin, what's your question for Andres?
What kind of camera do you have?
I'm glad you asked.
That is my camera.
Shut up, Celeste.
Hey, you don't ever tell a woman shut up.
No.
You don't ever say shut up to
I'm
a
sorry,
woman.
We've had conversations about talking to women today.
Oh, whoa!
Really? Really?
Andres is using some profanities addressing.
Oh, let's get into this.
Fuck the camera.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're mouthing off to ladies.
Andres, which words did I tell you couldn't say to women today? There are a few.
So Celeste, you recently told Andres he can't say certain words to ladies.
Mhm.
I like that.
I banned some words.
Ban some words. That's good.
One word.
No, there was a few variations of one word. Okay.
What cunt?
No,
Cunt?
God, no. I'm not a monster.
I think cunt's a great word. It's a controversial, but cunt's a great word. Own it. I got a cunt.
Okay. Let's calm down.
Shoot up the school.
I know.
I got a cunt.
You are on a fucking hot streak tonight, O'Neill. You are on a hot streak. You are pro. So far,
I got a cunt.
in the past 40 minutes, you have made a school shooting joke and have gone pro the word cunt. You are just unpopular opinions
I
tonight.
think you should. I mean, I could talk about this, but I think. Never mind.
Nothing wrong with the transcribed highlights. This is what I was going for.
Yeah. I got a cunt.
Okay.
All right, Andres, go.
Be in there.
Okay, so we were with Carly, the girl that she came with us, and Carly said that I was being a little bitch. Today.
Is that how it happened?
Yes, that's how
I
it
don't
happened.
remember that.
I like this. Two teenagers fighting on our show. A show about teens. You're supposed to be interviewing me, and now you're just fighting another teen. I like that. I like that. That's good.
Me and Carly have never met before. So we were automatically, when I first meet someone, I automatically go on the offensive, as Chris knows. It's
true.
Yeah.
Push
Default.
Default. I'm very defensive.
You gotta let that go, my man. You gotta let that go.
It's my dad. It's my dad, man.
But you gotta be, dude, you're a fucking better guy than your dad. You're a bigger man.
Fuck yeah.
You're a better dude.
I am a better dude than my dad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am a better dude than my dad.
Yes, you gotta flush him out of your fucking system, my
will.
man.
And then,
Andres is perfect.
Hey, Justin, let's not go overboard.
I am perfect.
You're not perfect.
I'm the best.
Hey, quit being a little bitch.
All right. I think we get the gist of it. Let's. Are we going over here? All right, ladies and gentlemen, very happy to welcome him back, them back. How should I refer? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Don Giovanni Records, my friend and yours. I'm referring to him as an individual, but it is a group. Modern Hut, ladies and gentlemen.
Slept that well in days. It seems little things have got a way of hanging on a brain and staying. And crappy movies on TV no longer help to fall asleep. They're just a background for my thinking. Like I thought I saw your car in town. I didn't know that you were around. I guess we're moving on. And it's an infinite weight, a sort of funny figure eight, that we move along. When we're moving on. Been weird to say the least, thinking of places you might be and where you'll wind up when you sleep. And all the pictures in the hall and all the posters on my wall, they're all staring back at me. Kind of like you always said, things are worse up in my head. I guess we're moving on. And what's it like to be without an empty bar or a hollow house? I guess we're moving on. Moving. Thank you.
On tour, starting in July, going through the summer. Don Giovanni Records, check it out. Now, before we continue with the discussion of teenage years, I do have to bring out a very special guest, a person who is integral to our show and has helped build it in immense amounts of ways. Let's welcome to Juan. Let's bring Juan out. Hi, Juan. How are you? All right. Welcome. Good to see you, Juan.
Hello.
So,
Sup, Murph?
How you doing, Juan?
Shannon?
Hey Juan, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
oh, that's good. That's good.
Hey, Juan.
This is Mike, Juan.
Hello. Hey.
That's
How you
Celeste.
doing?
Oh yeah, this is Andres.
Hello.
So what do we want to talk about tonight, Juan?
So I'm a big part of the show.
Huge part of the show. Huge part of the show.
Very important part of the show.
Massively huge part of the show. And if I personally was the American government, I would give you an artist visa.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Because it happens that I actually need a visa.
That's weird. So you need a visa.
I need a visa to stay in the country.
But to get an artist visa, you need proof. Let's say maybe on video that you're contributing artistically to.
Let's say.
Know very much your contributions to our show, which has been written up in publications such as the New York Times and the AV Club and the Wall Street Journal.
Huffington Post.
Huffington Post Teen.
Huffington Post Teen section.
Thank you.
So apparently, I mean, this show is weaved apparently into the current fabric of America, and as a major contributor, who is definitely not making his first appearance here on the show.
Yeah.
You'd have to go through all the back catalog to check.
Oh no, I mean, there's hundreds of hours of footage. Why bother, government?
It might not even be there pretty soon.
Oh yeah, like I was indicating before, the back catalog's all fucked up.
If you had to say in a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a cool artist, like rock solid, cool, super good.
1 to 10, rock solid, cool artist. I look at you, I think 10 all day.
Thank you.
Anybody?
Thank you very much.
It sounds like they're yelling 1 on a scale
Sounds like
of
a
1 to 10.
No.
10. On a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10. You are 10.
Juan is a 10.
Yeah, Juan is a 10. Juan is a 10. And personally, if I was one of the people who is involved in our show who like makes GIFs and screen grabs and things like that, I would lean all my efforts towards spreading the legend of Juan in the next, how many weeks? Like 6 weeks?
Approximately.
Approximately
Yeah,
6 weeks.
Let's get that Tumblr going. Juan, black shirts.
All right. Well, thank you for all your stunning contributions to our show over the past 5 years, and thank you for being here tonight. And hopefully, this helps push things over the edge, and we can help out.
Can I also thank Juan? He contributed big time tonight. Can I thank you for that school shooting joke you gave me?
Call her a cunt.
He didn't give me that joke. I gave me that joke.
All right. Well, any closing words, Juan, to our audience, to the powers that be? Anything you want to say?
No, that it's a pleasure to be a part of the show, and if we can maybe laugh a little bit in a very emphatic way, like having a good time. I know. I told you.
Why this part, though?
He doesn't have any bananas.
I think we should plug an exceptional show that Juan has that's coming up soon, right?
Yep, a real show.
A real show at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater.
Oh, another
June 19th.
Which is
Oh,
an
so weird. So
amazing theater.
another artistic contribution here in the States.
Yeah.
I saw the spank of this show. Fantastic.
It's called Wife Wanted, not for green card. A showcase of a suitable husband. And it's a show that in no way talks about a man in need of a wife to stay in the country.
And I would just say this to our many female viewers who might be watching this show right now. You know, marry for love and not to give someone a green card, but love at first sight is a thing that I think is very, very possible.
It's very possible.
And not just women.
Now, Juan,
Wait, actually, gay marriage is not recognized on
that
a
is
federal
true.
level.
A man, a lady, and Juan, I'll tell you this.
Yes, sir.
I am a registered reverend with the First Nation Ministries, and I can tell you that because I performed this man's marriage. If one of our fans was willing to marry you, would you be willing to do it live on the air on the show?
I most certainly would. If it was
Jack Seaton Forster's girlfriend is willing to marry you. Willing to marry you.
You just had your hand like an inch from his dick.
I I like the brewing feud between Shannon O'Neill and Tracksuit Enforcer.
They're being disgusting.
Her hand was an inch from his dick in his ass.
So what?
I would be willing if Shannon approves of my future wife.
So Shannon has to approve your future
I will
wife
give
or
you
husband.
away. I will give you away.
But
at the
there's
wedding.
probably a couple thousand people who will see this show over time, and if any of them see you and are struck by love, should they email us at our show email address and I can forward it to you?
Completely. And
Wonderful.
if we fall in love,
Yeah.
100%, and we decide to get married for the rest of our lives,
Yeah.
I would be down to get married.
And I can bring my credentials at any given point. I can go to the courthouse with you. We can make it happen. We can make it happen.
It would be.
Let's go, in fact, to line 3 right now on a whim. Rachel in Oregon. You want? Rachel in Oregon. You want to marry Juan?
I appreciate Juan, but I live in Oregon and I do not live in New York, and I won't be there.
Hey,
anytime soon,
Andres.
else I totally
No, fuck
might
Rachel.
probably marry him.
Rachel, I totally get that. You're 3,000 miles away and you can't marry him. What did you want to talk about tonight?
Actually, today was my. Also, could you guys turn it up because I can't really hear you very well? But
I'll turn
today
it up.
was my last day.
No, Shannon, Why did the lights just go off? Why the? Okay. I guess we'll just keep going like this.
Someone did. That was not on purpose. Someone
That was not done intentionally.
The light board.
Rachel, what do you want to talk about? We only have a couple minutes.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, okay, I'm actually.
Wait, let's focus. Let's focus. What's up, Rachel?
Yeah, totally. Today is my last day of high school.
All right,
And
congratulations.
I just wanted to say, if it wasn't for your guys' show, I don't know where I'd be right now.
That's
I found
awesome.
you guys the summer before my junior year, actually right after I left New York, which sucked because I totally would have seen you guys live, but I really appreciate this show and what you guys have done for me, and if it wasn't for this, I don't know where I'd be, so
That's
just
awesome.
thank you guys for
I'm glad we could. I'm glad
the light back.
Yeah, you brought light back into our lives. I'm very glad we could help bring a little bit of that New York feeling into you as you transitioned out to the peaceful Oregon life.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of am. I'm going. The thing that sucks about next year is I'm going to Southeast Asia for 3 months, so I can't watch the show. So I'll have to catch up when I get back.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll pile up a bunch of good episodes for you, and they'll be waiting for you when you get home.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Most of your listeners are teens, and that's who we're trying to get to marry this guy?
Remember, 18 plus. Although someone named Lauren Ellis just tweeted at me, Juan has stolen my heart. I would green card marry the shit out of him. Lauren, we need you to marry for love. Definitely not for a green card.
No, not for green card.
I can't think of a worse reason to marry than for a green card. But however, if someone on Twitter managed to absolutely fall in love with you.
If that's something that happens, that we end up getting a green card and I become a citizen of the United States of
Happy
America,
byproduct.
it's completely okay.
And can we all agree? Can we all agree? Juan has one of the deepest, sexiest voices. Voice alone, that's a marriable voice. Okay, I'm being told we have to conclude the interview. Celeste, we can probably continue this off the air, you and I, at some point. But let's wrap it up. What's the last on-air question you want to get
Well,
to?
I feel like one of the biggest reasons I'm here is off the merit of many other teens, as you mentioned. We know a lot of teens to show. If you had to be one of your teen fans, each one.
Wow.
Who would you choose? If you wanted to be, and then who do you think like you are most like?
Okay, I would like to be like Alyssa. I'm probably most like Andres. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I want to be Paige. I predicted that most would want to be
Yeah.
Paige. I do too.
Paige is cool.
I'm Alyssa. I'm Team Alyssa.
Team Alyssa? Shannon?
She's here.
Alyssa just yelled, "Hey, boys," from the balcony.
You know who I want to be? I want to be me when I was a teenager.
Wow, all right. Now, Mike, you are not as familiar with the many
I
teens
don't
who
know
watch
who
this
a
show.
fan of the show is.
Can I just give one last bit of advice that I thought of too?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
I honestly was afraid, but there were people that were nice to me in high school, and I just thought it was like flukes. I thought they were kidding, but they were really, like legitimately, there were people who like held open doors and like were friendly and talked to me, and I sort of like didn't capitalize on that. I didn't talk to them back, but I just say be more open, be optimistic, invite people into your life, be friendly to a person that wasn't mean to you, and then they'll be not mean to you more, and you can keep not being mean to each other. Find people like like people at this show, like people at my summer camp, like people, like, there are good things. There's a lot of stuff that sucks, but ignore it. Forget about that stuff. Find the stuff that doesn't suck. Find the good, like Andres did.
That was a great rant to end this episode on. Mike Kaplan and Celeste and Juan and Andres and Modern Us. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back next week. Have a good night. These are broken.